That's My Farm is brought to you in part by Tallgrass Commodities, big enough to serve, small enough to care.
Welcome back to That's My Farm. We're in luck because we have Ken McCauley, a Donovan and Brown County farmer, and he is on the Corn Growers Association and the Corn Commission, and we're here at the Commodity Classic here in Manhattan, and I really wanted to kind of get your thoughts on what's positive for corn growers right now. I mean, I'm thinking negatively because I'm thinking corn prices. So I want to put a positive spin on this. So tell me what's going on that corn growers should be pleased about.
Well, I think we've got a lot of good things to think about in the Farm Bill. There's a lot of protection there. Right now, the farmers are evaluating everything, and I really think that there's a little overthinking going on about too big of a deal, and really I heard yesterday that the state sign up is only 10% for Kansas right now, so guys really need to get that out there and get it figured out. And when you look at the protection that's in this Farm Bill, it's really good. When you talk about if you're a price-minded guy that understands the counter-cyclical program, that's below a certain price, that's, if you don't think it'll go back up, that's the way you're thinking. Right. The other part is the revenue products. If you understand crop insurance, you probably understand the ARC, and that to me is where I'm going to be on the county level, because it represents a GRIP type policy, and you can look at that and you can understand that. So I think farmers really need to get on the ball and start to get into the offices and sign up, update your bases and yields. But aside from that, there's a lot of things out there with the weather patterns are looking better. We don't know this summer what it's going to be, but there's a lot of uses. Lower prices spur demand, and the exports might pick up. We don't know what's going to happen to ethanol, but the other part of that is when prices drop down, people start using more of things.
Right. What about genetics? I mean, corn genetics have just gone off the charts. Yeah. I mean, I remember 35 years ago when I first came, yields in Northeast Kansas were well under 100 bushel. Yeah. And here we are some years later, and they're well above. So kind of talk a little bit about that.
Well, when you look at that and you say, I started farming in 1971, and we hoped for 100 bushel. And to last year's crop on our farm, we averaged 235. And that's a lot of acres and a lot of high quality, good corn that we got in. The whole harvest was 60 days, which was a long time, but that was a lot of bushels. And all the genetics, all the new machinery, all those things have made us more productive, and really we're netting more per acre because of those things.
Right. Okay, so we've said some good things here. What are the downsides right now you see for corn or agriculture in Kansas?
Well, I think everything's upside down right now on your inputs. And that happens. You understand that too. But we've got at least one more year of that. And if things get bad enough this year, like yields are low, I think they'll adjust quicker. But right now it's too high to put corn in the ground. And if we don't have a 200 bushel yield at $3 or $3.50, it's a break-even deal. So you might as well say we've got a $4 break-even on any estimates, and I think that's a big negative. But farmers are still buying anhydrous at $700 a ton, and seed reflects if farmers don't buy those things, prices go down, but everybody's still buying them because you've just got to have that.
So tell me, you're with the Corn Growers Association and the Commission. Why should corn growers in the state be involved with the Corn Growers Association? What's the advantage?
I think that every farmer needs to think about who's going to represent them at a state and national level. And those things are just really important. After being president of the National Corn Growers Association, I saw that firsthand, that if you're not there, if you don't have a good quality representation in Washington or Kansas, you'll get rolled, because we're a minority in the whole country, less and less every year because we can do more and more, and it's not a bad thing, it's just something that happens. But if you don't have somebody there looking out for you, no matter what your belief is, you will get rolled, and you will not
lose ground basically.
Yes, right. So that's really important thing. I think organizations are very economical. I mean, everybody should belong. Nationwide, we've got about 12% people belong to the National Corn and Kansas Corn Growers, and that should be 100% because it's a cheap deal that really represents growers very well.
Ken, I really appreciate you taking this time. Good to see you again, too.
Good to see you. Thanks.
Folks, stay with us. We'll be right back after these words.
Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture, represents grassroots agriculture. The state's largest and most powerful farm organization stands up for its members through leadership development, agriculture education, legal defense, environmental advocacy, farm safety, and risk management. Members also enjoy money-saving benefits. To join our organization today or to learn more, go to www.kfb.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter.